Hey guys, what's up? My name is Eric and I'm the Techy agent, and today we're doing a review of the new TomTom Spark Cardio and Music. Now, TomTom has actually released 4 different versions of the TomTom Spark, each with kind of different or unique features. So the basic TomTom Spark is a 24/7 activity tracker, calorie, steps, distance, etc. It also has sleep tracking and what they call multi-sport exercise tracking, which basically just means it can track a whole lot of different exercises or sports. It also has built-in GPS. You can also buy a Spark Cardio or a Spark Music. Now the Spark Cardio obviously has a built-in heart rate tracker. The Spark Music comes with a built-in music player to play your MP3s while you're working out. Now if you can't make up your mind between the Spark Cardio or the Spark Music, you can get one that is the Spark Cardio and Music that has both of those features built in. Now at the time of the release of this video, the TomTom Spark rings in at $150, the TomTom Cardio or the TomTom Music will ring at $200, and the TomTom Spark Cardio and Music is $250. Now, even though for this review I'll be reviewing the Spark Cardio and Music, most of what I'll be reviewing will apply to any of these devices. In order to set up the Spark Cardio, you will have to have access to a PC or a Mac, something I'm not exactly thrilled about. Most fitness trackers nowadays, when they get released, all you need to do is pair them with a smartphone. You will have to first set this up using your computer. Kind of a process I did not enjoy doing. However, I will say it wasn't too difficult, and it did allow me to then port over a lot of my playlists and music from iTunes directly onto the watch. Now, this does appear to be one of the hardiest, toughest watches that I've ever reviewed. This looks like it could really take a beating. It's a large, bulky device, sits on the wrist, not necessarily heavy, but it does have very stiff bands compared to a lot of other fitness trackers. Now, TomTom uses a very unique 3-pin style clasp that I haven't seen on any other fitness tracker before. It definitely secures the watch in place very nicely, very tight, with absolutely no chance of this falling off your wrist. Now there's, again, not a lot of give to those bands. They are very wide. They're not as flexible or soft as other bands I've used on other fitness trackers before. They do have a textured interior on the band that helps grip against the wrist. Now, its ability to be secured against your wrist is important because it does have a built-in optical heart rate sensor. Now, this sensor isn't built by Mio or any other company. It is a proprietary TomTom sensor, and we will get into its accuracy here in a couple of minutes. Viewing this watch from the side, again, you'll realize how bulky of a device this is. It's not just wide, it's also fairly thick, and it has a very odd control pad. Since this isn't controlled with buttons or a touch screen, it has a control pad that protrudes on the bottom of the screen, and it works. It's kind of like using a 4-button directional pad that helps you select all of your different options. I haven't really seen anything like this other than on this particular watch, but I don't like it. It's a poor design because it adds unnecessary bulk to an already substantial device. But hey, it does work and it is intuitive. Now the main body of the watch does detach and snap away from the included watch straps, which are replaceable, by the way. And you can then plug this into the included USB charger, which uses a really awkward 4-pin style charger that snaps into the device in this very awkward like semicircle. It works, it charges quickly, and you get at least about 5-6 days worth of use depending on if you're using GPS features or not, but it's just a very awkward built charger. Now, according to the TomTom website, they will shortly have an availability of extra watch straps that you can buy in a variety of different sizes and colors for $30. TomTom will also have several different accessories that will be compatible with the Spark, including a heart rate monitor chest strap, if you don't want to use the built-in one on the TomTom Spark Cardio or the Cardio Plus Music. You'll also have access to a host of cadence and speed sensors for jogging and for cycling. Now, even though TomTom claims this is a multi-sport watch, I found that during weightlifting and high-intensity interval training, it didn't do really well. You'll notice here that it did give me a 300-calorie burn count for an hour worth of exercise. That's probably accurate, but it put my average heart rate at 98 beats per minute. I definitely know I was probably closer to about 120 or 130 beats per minute. And if you look at the graph, you'll notice that there were a ton of dropouts. I mean, every few minutes, there was another dropout. So I do not recommend this for weightlifting, CrossFit, high-intensity interval training, or any of those sorts of exercises. Now, with that being said, that's not the complete picture, so hang with me here just to find out a little bit more about this. I did take this jogging and cycling, and I was very pleased with my results. You'll notice here on screen that as soon as I access the cycling mode and it goes to acquire GPS, it finds GPS almost instantly. And then when I go ahead and select to begin the workout, it found my heart rate in only about 8 or 9 seconds. So again, very fast considering that it's a built-in optical heart rate sensor, and most optical heart rate sensors take 20 to 30 seconds at least in order to acquire a good heart rate. Consistently throughout all of my different cardio exercises, I was getting no dropouts. I was getting a great screen that was clearly visible in bright sunlight. And with a simple touch of a button, I was able to scroll through all kinds of different metrics, anything that I could really want to know, including distance, my pace, my average pace, my calories burned, my heart rate, and it would even tell me if my heart rate was in a particular zone or not. So definitely helpful if you're trying to have particular cardio goals. So GPS and heart rate features worked flawlessly. Now to get to the music player was a little bit tedious. It requires several different maneuvers with the control pad to get to your playlist and select one, and then several different maneuvers of the pad to get back to your workout mode. That should definitely be fixed. TomTom should have a more intuitive or a faster way of accessing your music and songs. But hey, if you have a playlist that you set with songs that you already like, you should just be able to set it and go and not have to worry about continuing to mess with it throughout your workout. Now, in order to use the music features, you will have to have a set of Bluetooth headphones. I have 3 different pairs, and all 3 of them paired flawlessly with the device without any issues. So let's go ahead and take a look at the app and take a look at what it actually recorded for me during my workout. Now, you'll see here that it gives you an overview of the different metrics it collected. You'll also have a map that shows your GPS route along with your splits broken up on that route for you. Then you'll have your splits below that with different metrics of distance, speed, and your heart rate broken up between the different splits, so you can see how your distance, speed, and heart rate compared within the splits. That's kind of a neat feature that not a lot of other fitness trackers are doing. Pushing the heart rate zone button will take you to an overview of how much time you spent in each heart rate zone. Again, if you're wanting to focus your heart rate in a particular zone to accomplish different cardio goals. And then lastly, you'll be able to have an overview of 2 different metrics at any given point on one graph. So you can compare pace versus your heart rate or elevation versus your heart rate and kind of see how different metrics intertwine and affect each other. So the TomTom app provides us with a fairly comprehensive overview of just about anything we would want to know from our run, from our workout. Now you can also take a look at this same kind of data if you're doing cycling. You'll have an overview of all those different metrics. You'll have a GPS map along with your splits broken out on that map, and then you'll have all of that same data below. So while this doesn't do a great job tracking weightlifting, CrossFit, boot camp, high-intensity interval training styled exercises, this does a fantastic job tracking cardio-based exercises. Now, the Spark does also function as a 24/7 fitness tracker, tracking basic health metrics. You have an overview of your week, looking at the total number of steps and calories, and then your average number of sleep for each night. You can also dive into a particular day to look at total number of calories, total number of steps, distance, and then your sleep. But it's very basic fitness tracking. You're not able to look at, for example, different levels of sleep. You just have how many hours you slept, and that's it. So again, the Spark is designed for those who are doing cardio-based exercises, who need an all-in-one device, something that's got built-in GPS, built-in music, and built-in heart rate monitoring. So this compares against something like the Garmin 225, but it has the bonus of having a built-in music player. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. My name is Eric and I'm the Techy Agent. We'll catch you next time.